welcome to another episode of the Nonsense Review, specifically episode 64, and today, as always, I'm your host, Devon, and joining me, just as always, is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, and we are continuing our themed month, our month known as May the 4th, because we're idiots. And those of you who are familiar with the podcast know what we like to do before we get into our review is we like to just briefly touch upon what's happened to us in the week, as well as touching on certain events that may have happened in the wide world. So to that end, how's your week been, buddy?
For me personally, it's been my dad's birthday. That was yesterday, and a good time was had by most, and most of them are coming back tonight for an additional birthday when we're doing a barbecue and getting pissed again. I got him the Mando and Child Brickheads Lego thing. I bought him those months ago when they were both available, and we built it yesterday. They now have pride of place in the office. The other thing that we did was we went to see Doctor Strange.
We're still not going to spoil it, so don't worry, guys.
Oh, we're definitely not going to spoil it. But it also was prefaced with a Thor Love and Thunder trailer, which I've not seen outside of the movie.
Same.
So, yeah. So that was cute.
I'm on the fence about that film because I'm really worried that they might fuck up the send-off to old Thor, but they probably won't, but I'm just nervous that they might mess it up, fumble it. Looking forward to seeing Ultimate Thor, though.
Yeah.
Fuck me, as an aside, Natalie Portman's jacked.
Yes, she is. You've been really hitting the juice. Transferring Thor as we know him just to being Odin's son is actually a pretty good move. So even if we do see him again, it doesn't close the door, you know?
Yeah, it's just, this is definitely going to be a closing point of R4 being a main part of the MCU. And I just want it to be a nice send-off, because we got a nice send-off for Cap. We got a bittersweet but well-done send-off for Iron Man, so now it's Thor's turn.
Yeah, I feel you. And then it means that Banner is the only one that's sticking around as a...
Yeah, he's going to be the Zordon.
Yeah. And then out in the wide world, the iPod has ceased production.
I didn't know it was still being produced.
And the other thing that's happened out in the wide world is Square have issued a copyright claim on someone's world first Alexander run because they saw them using UI mods, leaving the other members of the raid to leave their videos up because they didn't use the UI mods. But in an actually heartwarming and uplifting turn of events, Yoshi P has gone, maybe it is our failing for not providing this information to the player, and maybe it's our UI that needs to be overhauled rather than, modders coming in to save the day for something that shouldn't have needed to be saved, which is not a very Japanese way of looking at things, which is great.
However, I will also go in with the caveat, two caveats of: one, legacy code is turd, we all know this,
yes,
and therefore hard to work with. Two, they have just come hot off the heels of making their announcement about third-party tools, and UI mods come under that. They can't do a blanket ban of things and then not enforce the blanket ban,
Yeah, so they're enforcing the ban, and they're also acknowledging the need for the tool. Like, there's no doubt about it, it does offer a unfair advantage to the people using it, but when it's PvE content, should that really be an unfair advantage? Like, it's one of those. If you have this tool available to you and you use it, yes, you're doing something that's against the TOS, yes, you're getting an advantage, but when the developers themselves say that, yeah, maybe this kind of thing should be within the game, it's hard not to feel vindicated.
I'm just saying the player should have known better.
Oh yeah, totally. But yeah, that's about it for me, my week, and the things that I could remember. How about you and your week?
I've watched Space Force Season 2.
Oh?
Which is the Steve Carell funny haha about Space Force. It was good. I got very surprised because I got to episode 7 and I was binging it, and I was expecting it to be 10 episodes like Season 1, and it just stopped at episode 7, so
okay,
that was weird. But very funny, very good. It's fun to see character growth, especially in a comedy show.
Yeah, that is a fun one, actually.
Every character, apart from Steve Carell's character, has experienced growth, but even Steve Carell's character, I can't tell you their names because I don't remember them. I remember Dr. Chan because he's funny.
Yeah.
Steve Carell's character has had some growth, but because he's gruff military man, he still represses that character growth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, character growth has been experienced and filed in the do nothing box for later.
But yes, moving on, there's something equally lighthearted. Thanks to one Rick, I finally finished my national decks in the Current Tundra DLC on Pokemon Sword and Shield. I messaged Rick about halfway through the day, and I just said, Rick, I need an Omanite!
And I think this is the first time this year that I've opened that game as well, so...
I like to occasionally dive into the fucking in super legendary hardcore dungeons, because they're fun.
Yeah, the ones that are really fun are the ones that are actually easy to kill, so you can actually try and shiny hunt for them.
True enough, man. Like, there are some Pokemon where it took so long to beat them at the final, I was just like, I'm just catching this, I don't care.
Yeah, looking at you, Mega Zygarde.
But yes, moving on to the Wild Wide World, I saw a Reddit post.
Okay.
This is entirely fantasy booking, so it's not real, don't worry. But someone mentioned that if they ever did a Monster Prom animated series, they should absolutely get Dana Terrace to lead that shit.
You can't see, but I'm just doing that downturned mouth but approving nod.
They specifically mentioned that her art style is great, but also, we've watched The Owl House, it's all about the big gay.
Yeah.
It's not quite, but it's funny to say.
Yeah, it's all about the human-demon relationships, you know?
The series in question is all about demon on demons, and none of them give a shit what's in each other's pants. Fuck's sake, there's a walking, talking calculator robot. Like,
man, that just makes me think of Calculon and trying to romance Calculon.
Okay. Do you want to know what this person's name is?
Go ahead.
Calculester. So, In other news, Rick, I'm very disappointed in the state of video games.
Oh.
Godzilla. We don't get a Godzilla video game, but you can buy Call of Duty and play their new game mode. Have you seen this?
Is it like zombies versus Godzilla or something?
It's Godzilla and or King Kong fighting around or in an island, and you play as humans trying to stop them from killing the island, and it really bugs me how fun it looks.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy Call of Duty, but if ever there was ever going to be something that tempted me, it would be this fucking game mode. If they sold it as a standalone, I'd go in on it, but they don't. They sell the game, and I'm like, I don't like Call of Duty. I don't like shoot bangs in general, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's do the final news story, which is kind of a happy one. Warhammer 40k and Magic the Gathering, Rick.
Yeah.
It looks good. I'm probably going to buy all 4 of those decks when they come out, assuming they're not 50 quid a deck, because I know there are some that are stupid expensive like that.
Yeah, the Commander decks as well, so the signature card is normally a massive one.
One of the signature cards, I know one of them is Abaddon.
Yeah.
That's the only one I've seen officially proper leaked. Not leaked, shown off.
Are you familiar with the Commander format?
Nope. Oh, okay, actually, I am. You pick a legendary creature, sort of. I don't know if it's limited to that, but they serve as your commander.
Yeah. You can summon them at any time from a commander zone. You can only put things in your deck that match your commander's colours.
Oh, that's why Abaddon's got 3 fucking colours.
Yes.
That makes perfect sense. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, they're all 3 colour decks apart from Necrons, which are mono black, and I assume a lot of artifact.
I also assume this. In fact, someone in the subreddit thread where I initially stumbled upon this information said, it's bullshit that Necrons aren't mono artifact. And it's like, okay, but, it's got to work a little bit.
They tried to introduce a 6th mana colour, which was, dedicated colourless, and they did that for the Eldrazi. That would work really well for Necrons. However, they are definitely space mummies, so
yes,
having them as black is also fine.
Yes. Although that said, the annoying thing with 40k forces is a lot of them can have black. It would perfectly fit. I'm looking forward to the Tyranids one in particular. I hope their signature card is a Swarmlord.
Yes. And Tyranids are the only ones that got green.
I guess because bugs.
Yeah. And the general thing of green is they get big efficiently, and the big thing about red is they are angry efficiently.
I know.
Tyranids.
Well, I've fought against Chris's deck enough times to know that most red decks are momentum decks.
Yeah.
You just play one thing and it lets you play more things, and eventually there's so much shit on your side. If your opponent's not been keeping up, they're fucked.
Red and green are opposite ends of the momentum spectrum. When you got both of them together, it's a steamroller with a rocket booster on it. If you don't deal with it in time, it's gonna hit you.
Yes, and Chris wondered why whenever we had multiple players in a duel, apart from 2 people, why he'd get ganged up upon.
Yeah.
Because we know if you gain any momentum, both of us are fucked.
Or people using control or some other kind of tactic that disables deck usage, like mill someone, they lose the top 10 cards of their deck. Okay, cool. For most people, that's actually a benefit because they can revive stuff. But for him, no, he don't have any way to revive stuff, and he's probably just lost 3 of his dragons.
But you've also got to bear... I don't think he had dragons, he had werewolves. But
Oh, yeah.
The thing about my deck at the time, and pretty much now still, is my deck is pirates because I like pirates, which means my deck was black and red, which means I was pretty much working on the same strategy that he was of get shit out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've lingered on Magic the Gathering a little bit. Let's move on to what we're doing today, which, if you couldn't tell already, it's another space-themed thing. Rick doesn't really know much about it. I don't really know much about it. We both know it's a Seth MacFarlane thing, and the thing I heard most about it was from One Plague of Gripes, actually, on one of his videos, where Star Trek Discovery, I think, came out at a similar time, and it was universally not liked by Star Trek fans.
Yeah, the prevailing opinion was that this gag show, with good production value, News was a better Star Trek show than the one that was actually got the Star Trek branding.
Absolutely correct. And in fact, one of the things Plague of Gripes even mentioned was, I wish it wasn't a Seth MacFarlane show because it still has the Seth MacFarlane format. But apart from that, it's a good Star Trek show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'll toss it over to you.
Yeah, we're watching The Orville. It's on Disney Plus, because it was on Fox, you know. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, this has pretty much been on my to-watch list ever since I realised Norm Macdonald was in it, playing a giant puddle of sentient slime. I don't know if we'll see him in this episode, but...
It's been a while, so I have actually watched the first couple of episodes. I watched them when I was in Australia.
Well then.
And it's been a while, and I couldn't watch the rest of them because back in the day it was on Hulu.
Yep.
And we didn't have Hulu. And it's
Still
only
don't.
now that we've essentially got the Hulu stuff because it was Fox centric, and since the Disney Fox buyout, we've actually got most of the Hulu stuff on Disney Star.
Yes. It's one of the few, even though I don't agree with Disney becoming a literal monopoly on entertainment, it does make Disney Plus a very enticing streaming service.
It does. If things get worse with Netflix, it's going to be Disney Plus that I keep and Netflix that I drop.
Oh, absolutely. Gross.
I forgot about that.
I'm absolutely 100% on Seth MacFarlane's character's side here.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Unless they're in an open relationship, which they clearly fucking ain't.
Yeah, judging from his face, no, they're not.
Oh, it's just now telling us, do you want to skip the intro? And it's like, no, we're doing a podcast, Disney.
Plus, the intro seems to have just been that one little jingle as well.
Apparently so. So, seems like... I do know that the gimmick here is that he has to run a ship with his now ex-wife.
Yes.
So, you know.
I know that a lot of the Star Trek-alike characters are pretty interesting takes on those tropes. Oh, I had a... Oh no, I'm desyncing.
Oh, well, shit.
Okay, I'm on the 230 bit of captaining a heavy cruiser before 40, guest starring Brian George. 3, 2, 1, and play.
Well, sorry for everybody who is now inevitably desynced, but unfortunately you can blame Sky Broadband. Please write to your senator.
Man, it's difficult to hear that.
Yeah,
However,
but at the same time, turning up hungover 6 times, noticeably hungover, because some people are good at masking that shit.
And
those people are scary.
Yeah, when they say hungover, they normally mean still drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's one of those real euphemisms of, if you're hungover, then you're just having a shitty day at work, and you're doing your best, and your best isn't that good that day. When someone says you've come in hungover, what they mean is, yeah, your system hasn't dealt with it yet.
That's not a court-martial offence.
No. Although the guys that were in charge of the Mars rover, and they drew a knob on the Mars surface with the rover's tracks, they got fired.
I guess that's unprofessional, but still, that's kind of fucked. Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Viking versus Samurai.
Yeah.
Oh my days, these people are literally just weaves, but for Earth.
Orc Viking plus apparently human samurai.
Oh, you actually thought he was an alien?
Well, he's an alien who's modelled after an orc.
No, I meant the human. I thought the human was also an alien.
Okay.
Oh, this is a video game. No? Just role-playing?
Yeah, I think it is actually the holodeck, but...
That is an adorable reaction.
It is. It's great. When you've actually got, like, actual friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a video game.
You win.
Oh, good my days. He actually had to get physically dressed up, though.
Yeah.
That does
look... It actually makes sense.
Yeah, that does look very enterprisey.
Yeah. Like, I've played so many things with space stations, and there was even, like, a Star Wars space station that was like that.
Sure.
But it was, like, they were, like, mass-produced, and there was, like, 6 different types, and they all looked like that.
That is bad, man. 9:15, I'm drinking... Things. No, I mean, that's bad. I'm drinking a beer at 9:15 because I'm nervous. Now he's just being a dick.
Yeah.
That was such a good fucking feel-good moment, but now it's like, nah, he's a cunt. I don't think that one was planned.
Nope. And that's the problem. When you've got a Joker who doesn't know when to stop it.
This is
apparently part of the problem.
I feel like this is how Seth Green's character was meant to act in Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect Joker, yeah.
You're not allowed to do that, but I would like to see it. I would like to see someone just go, Brony number 794, and they fucking drew a rainbow dash on it or something.
I like the idea that, well, again, another Star Wars thing. One of the X-Wings gets a full-on paint job that's ultraviolet, and only the insect people can see it, and they think it's awesome, whereas everyone else just thinks it's the only unpainted X-Wing in the entire fleet.
Okay.
But yeah, you could have some really cool paint job, all flames and shit, but only people that can perceive the ultraviolet spectrum can see it.
Fair. Yeah, there's a few weird-looking aliens in that group. I hope we get some engineering porn. Alara Katan, that's a Star Wars sounding as fuck name.
Yes.
Here's some science shit, nerds. Oh, so this is Worf.
Yeah. In case you hadn't found out by the forehead ridges and all that.
I hadn't. Until they said to head security officer, because I'm not that big of a Star Trek nerd.
But yeah, she's got the super strength. And she tries to play it off as, everyone of my race has this.
Oh, by the way, he's a level 8 helmsman. So that means when the other guy's too drunk, he can do shit. Good to know. I'm not ignoring you, I'm trying to absorb the information of the crew we're meeting and what you're saying. See,
I'm pretty sure I saw him...
Gone.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw him turn and leave with everyone else as well, but oh well.
Okay, now he's got characteristics of Worf if he's not got his position.
Yeah. So, yeah, Worf is between two characters in this. Hey, it's Dr. Chakwas.
Actually, or just comparing?
Oh, that's a slight burn.
That's fair. Well, that's a real weird way of taking that, because it's like she's doing you a favor. Like you at the end of the day, it is your first time doing this. You want someone experienced on your crew in that particular division, especially.
Yeah, there are way better ways to.
Jesus Christ, you can't say that shit. Sorry, what are you saying?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy's going into how he's all racist and everything.
They are literally robot Nazis.
Yes.
Well, maybe not. They see them as inferior, but they don't see them as needing to be extinguished. However, that might change as the series goes on, and I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's really weird with Seth MacFarlane, because I swear he was only like 23 when he fucking broke big with Family Guy.
Yeah, it's one of these where I actually prefer this in particular to Family Guy Modern.
Oh, everything's better than Family Guy Modern, but at the same time, I think Seth MacFarlane himself admits that he doesn't work that hard on it because Fox just pays him anyway.
Yeah. And it is one of those, like, now that it's Disney...
Oh, yeah.
It feels like they only keep making it because they always did.
Say again, sorry?
They only keep making it now because they always did keep making it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Simpsons and Bob's Burgers. They're never going to go away unless they do something to fuck up.
Yeah, and Bob's Burgers getting a movie this year as well.
Yeah, it looks crap.
Yeah. Like, all I've seen is a fucking poster with Linda dressed as a burger.
Great.
Like, the Simpsons movie...
Should have taught everyone a lesson.
Yeah, it came at a time to try and revitalize interest in The Simpsons. It wasn't bad as a long episode, but... What do you remember about that movie? Spider-Pig, and that's about it.
I remember Spider-Pig, and I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger being president.
Yep. He was elected to lead, not to read.
Yes, and I really, really kind of hated how the very cheap way of getting the villain to do the villain thing was just basically calling him a pussy.
Yeah. And apparently they planned for Hank Scorpio to be the villain, but the main reason that they declined was that he was too friendly with Homer.
Oh, yeah, he would not have had any beef with him.
No.
Although it would have been really cool to see him return.
They have him return in the comics.
Who gives a shit? No one reads those.
Yeah, I know. I used to get them when I was a kid.
You can do what you want in the comics. It's not canon. Unlike, oh, my days. Okay, slight spoiler for Doctor Strange, so cover your ears for like a minute. It bugs a lot of comic book fans that they have decided to dub the MCU as Earth 616.
Yeah.
Which is just like, it fucking isn't.
No, it's not. Like, just give it any other number. That's fine.
My favourite thing is when they use... you can now listen again, that you can hear that if you're not listening. But it's one of those things where, like, you can just... I remember, like, I think Spider-Man's universe at one point is just dated, like, a random director's birth year. And just do that shit. It's fine.
Yeah, totally. Like, the Sony Spider-Man universes. Like, there's multiple of them.
Yeah.
Just give them all numbers that are based around something, some little factoid like that.
Yeah. Man, I was just about to say, this should be really getting you off because you fucking like your Starship porn.
Yeah. Although it does look kind of small now that we've seen the scale of the bridge to the rest of it.
Yeah. Also, I thought the space station was going to be the actual ship, so it's not quite an Enterprise.
Sure.
Like, one of the reasons why I have somewhat of a hope for this series is it's something MacFarlane must have been invested in and wanted to do.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He wants to do it, and he puts a lot more effort into it because he wants to do it.
Yeah, because he's not getting guaranteed money. If it doesn't do well, he's not getting a second season. And by the way, because of Disney Plus, I know this actually had a second season.
I don't know if it got a third season, though.
If it's got a third season, it's not currently on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Dude, the actor really does sound like Worf. I know it's not, because... yeah.
I like the thing of, I have already obtained the with information, shall I withhold it?
Your ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already know that's the gimmick, one of the gimmicks of the season, so...
Yep. Talk for your life.
One of the things I do appreciate, at the very least, is that... Oh, there's Noel McDonald! I wasn't exaggerating when I said it was a sentient slime.
Yeah.
But yeah. It does seem like this character has done everything within their power to not interact with that person ever again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not gone over that still.
I don't know how people can get over their significant other fucking someone else in their bed.
Yep.
Unless they're in an open relationship, which again, they have clearly established they are not.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever someone says, let me explain in that kind of situation, it's just like when Iron Man goes, oh yes, Fury, what were you lying?
Yeah. Well, one of my favourite ones is when it's just like, oh, let me explain. It's like, okay, explain. I didn't think you were going to let me explain. This is going to be an awkward watch. Oh, it's one of those species. Oh, it's Legion.
Yeah. I don't know, one of the future episodes has the Worf guy basically spending the entire episode incubating an egg or something.
I'm aware of this. This is an episode I'm aware of because, again, Plague of Gripes.
Yeah. And they spend the entire episode doing whatever they're doing and then just periodically coming back to check on him to see if he's okay and needs a sandwich or whatever.
Mm.
It's a weird thing to ask when you're already technically in.
I cannot stress this enough that it's such a fuck up on behalf of everyone who organises this thing. Because it's going to be on their personnel files. I mean, fuck, even the Admiral was just like, you got to be professional with this information. And it's just like, that's not something that can happen.
Yeah, it's a weird one where not having this officer is likely a better outcome for crew cohesion.
Mm.
I mean, yeah,
so that's fucking bullshit.
I mean, okay, it's a nice way of looking at it. However,
you know for a fact he's not going to look at it that way.
No.
I feel like it bugs me because it's like you can't have a conversation before going to, I'm going to fuck another dude in our bed.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows a couple like that, don't they, really?
I guess, but it's just one of those things where I have a real difficulty forgiving this sort of thing because okay, that's fucked. But you need to have an honest conversation. If there's no spark and you're not getting what you need from a relationship, you need to address it. And I know that's scary and I know that's hard, especially for women who are potentially with psychopaths, but you know, it's not fair, is it?
No. And a lot of times, couples stay together because of the kids, for instance.
I mean, I assume this couple don't have kids.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
Also, that's a dumb argument anyway. Like, the kid's gonna be fine. You separate, cool. They get 2 Christmases.
Yeah. 2 Christmases, 2 birthdays.
Buy the kids love.
However, the kids always know that they're second banana to the new spouse.
Well, not always. Ma'am. Unless they identify as a male, I guess. But I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh, I fucking hate woke bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, when you just say stuff and you're like, you don't mean anything by it, but you know there's some prick in the world who's going to take it personally when it ain't.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, woke is used as a slur.
No,
and yet, what it really means is, like, egalitarian. And yet, militant egalitarianism, there's a limit, you know? Like, PC can't go too far. Otherwise, there's no jokes anymore.
One of my favourite jokes is, I say it's a joke, but it's I kind of agree with it as well, is Patton Oswalt talks about people getting so hung up on how to call things that they don't listen to what people are actually saying. And I can't repeat the skit because it's very long-winded and stuff, but it basically boils down to here's this guy who uses all the correct terms. He wants to eradicate the gays because heterosexuals take priority, but he's using all the right terms, so it sounds official and okay. And then cuts to Southern guy who fucking calls people dykes and lesbians and men with vaginas and women with dicks. But who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
And basically, Patton Oswalt said, the second guy is the good person. He's not using the right words, but he's also not hurting you, so it's fine.
Yeah, his heart's in the right place, and, you know, he's wearing it on his sleeve.
Yeah. By the way, you shouldn't use the word dykes. I'm pretty sure that is a slur. Unless you're talking about, what is it, dams?
Yeah, there's some natural cracks in rocks. I've been to a dike and jumped from rock to rock.
No, thank you. No, never. No, not for me. Why do I recognise this actor?
I don't know.
He looks familiar, but I don't know what from. I like how the professional dude is just as unprofessional as the unprofessional.
Yeah.
That's something important with these shows. You've got to show casual relationships between people.
Yeah, like actual friendship chemistry.
And granted, all these people have only known each other for whatever the length of travel is. I'm going to assume it was like at least a week.
Yeah, like the Joker guy being the Seth MacFarlane guy's friend is cool and all, but if you don't establish them making other friendships, then it falls a bit flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Here's title, and ex-wife. They've been cloning an alien race or something.
I've got the same amount of information as you do, and you've apparently seen this before.
Oh, yeah, but I've slept since then.
I would love to go to a place called the Scientist Playground.
Yeah.
Because you know it's where they're going to be doing the dumb shit. It's like, I can't get paid to do this, but I can do it.
This is the mouse with the biggest ears in the world. They're not mouse ears, but...
Oh, no. That's a cool-looking creature.
It is. It's kind of cute.
I'm going to use that in D&D. Nah, not really, but you know.
It's a minor Marlborough spawn.
Yeah. I'm actually amazed with how interesting these aliens have looked so far.
Yeah. Is he going to eat one?
I mean, I doubt it. That's actually quite a miracle.
It is.
Okay, he is going to eat one.
Oh, he did eat it.
Wait, if it can survive anywhere, why would you eat one?
Well, if you break the surface on it, it's no longer a complete seed.
I guess. Or it's like a secret plan to put redwoods all over the universe, so when you die, eventually it'll grow, and, you know, your body basically becomes a redwood in 100 years.
Just got that guy's expression when he's looking up and down the security officer lady.
Oh, Steins Gate. Oh, my days, you might be able to hear my brother singing in the background.
I heard something, but yeah.
Yeah, he's very loud. I like how when they're taking the piss out of someone, they're on the same team.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, I don't know why he's being an arsehole to that.
Because he's apparently... Because that's the Seth MacFarlane character to a T, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they've got to poke fun, even if it means they're the dick.
Because apart from that, he's been pretty, sympathetic.
So in theory, you can go from seed to redwood in minutes as opposed to years. So essentially, their research is all benefiting one another. See, yeah, crops is granted a more useful application, but they were just talking about the redwood, so that was always in my brain.
Yeah, the problem with crops is that you would have to supply it with that amount of nutrients to be able to grow itself. Not least from the sun, but...
Okay, but because of the way the ray works, it clearly does not take that into account.
True. It's...
No, you're being pedantic to be a dick.
I mean, it's a sci-fi thing. Like, the reason it works with a banana is that the bacteria are already on it.
I like how even the main scientist man looks... Yeah, I know, the ad breaks are very obvious in this. But I like how even the main scientist is like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's a warning shot.
Of course it's a Derek.
Oh, he's a sleeper agent. Well, you're going to get...
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, it clearly doesn't matter about nutrients and shit. Because it works on people.
Yeah, she got aged to death.
But just her head.
Yep.
That's an evil-looking ship. They're Necrons.
Yeah. Okay, so Borders is in control of all of the ship's actual functions.
Potentially. Really?
As if that actually matters when you're on a ship and the ship needs to keep going.
Yeah.
The ship isn't going to park
yeah.
while everyone goes to bed and has their 18 hours before.
Really? Oh, right, yeah, super strong. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, no shit. Like, that's literally just a sci-fi version of a beholder beam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see what these motherfuckers look like up close. Yeah, that's an evil-looking alien.
Yep.
What are they called? The collectors, like them, but without rings.
Yeah. Okay, so they're shooting the ship up there.
You absolutely should never... If you know they're powering weapons, you should not let them attack first.
Yeah, just jump to hyperspace and come in for another direction.
I don't think that's a thing in this universe.
Well, they've shown it going into warp space.
Mm.
Or, like, warping out.
But it might not be as simple as it is in Star Wars, Rick.
True enough.
I have to say Star Wars, because I know that's a sci-fi thing you compare everything to.
Yep. This place actually reminds me a lot of the Solarian homeworld.
Oh, wow, they're way grosser.
Yeah, they are. Like, each individual grunt looks like the big bad of some other show.
Yeah. Oh, the chief medical officer is totally going to talk shit when she fucking patches that up, isn't she?
Yep. Yeah, it reminds me of the level where you're on the Solarian homeworld and you're, like, going around and then shit attacks.
Yes, because the Solarian homeworld is just a scientist paradise.
Yes. Thank you, subtitles. Very cool. I thought that was going to show, a translation of the...
Well, because they're literal subtitles. Like, they already did the subtitle in the actual episode for the translations, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, he was hung like a donkey since preschool. Is that what he just said?
He can hug the donkey.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're fucking in the ass.
Yep. So apparently hugging the donkey is a maneuver that he made up. And the new flight cadets know about it.
Okay. Well, my favourite one is in Firefly, which might come up in the first episode, I can't remember, but it's called The Crazy Ivan.
Okay.
Which is a much cooler name than hugging the donkey.
Yep.
Hugging the donkey sounds like a euphemism for having a wank. Seriously?
I like how she doesn't even break down the door. She breaks down the wall around the door. Which is legitimately one of the better ways to get through a door.
Yeah, but it's one of those where, like, if that's the case, then the door is useless. You know, if you can just break the wall around the door, that you might as well not have the door.
Yeah, it's one of those. You can't stop a sufficiently determined intruder from anything.
Yes, you can. You shoot them.
Okay. But, like, when you're not there, for instance.
You have turrets.
Mm.
There are ways to do what you're saying, just not non-lethally, potentially.
Yeah. But the example is, like, you can lock a door, but they can go through a window.
Why would you have windows in something you're trying to keep people out of?
I mean, like a house.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep thieves out of your house because you have other points of entry that you might not consider a point of entry.
I have dogs, Rick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's such a Seth MacFarlane gag, you know?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Man, I'll just say right now, as an aside, I really don't like this universe's phasers. They look very crap.
Yeah, like a single bolt that just goes off into the universe.
Well, no, the physical design of the physical gun. I don't give a fuck about the bolts.
Fair enough.
Oh, one got on. Nice. You got a rifle that is probably too powerful to shoot in this confined of space.
Maybe that's part of what he's got planned.
Yeah, but he wants a device. If everyone in the thing dies, they lose.
However, the ship is then salvageable because it's then unpiloted.
Okay. But you got to bear in mind if the rest of the fucking crew don't know about that, you know, they're not going to know to search this random ship. Why would they? Plus, it becomes space debris pretty fucking quickly.
True.
Speaking of space debris.
Yeah, case in point. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if they actually repair that top engine.
Mm.
Hey, motor visual speaking.
And that's the other helm guy saying that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is some very precise manoeuvring.
Yeah, it is.
What a request.
And I love how he actually gratifies it with an answer of, I've already said no.
Yeah, that's a bad plan. Okay, I do understand why it's bothering him.
Yeah. Because like, when he's stood in the corner, he's like a VTuber.
Okay. He can hear you, dickhead.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't work, even though it was funny.
Yeah.
But like again, I feel like you got to bear in mind people aren't friggin' mind readers.
No.
If you're not getting what you want from your partner, you need to tell them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also appreciate that can be scary if you're married to a psychopath.
Yeah.
But again, we've seen here that is not the case.
It's not, well, when it's a psychopath, it's normally the psychopath who feels like they want more as well.
I'm using the psychopath in the sense that they will kill you if you leave them, not the clinical definition of psychopath.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
You and your pedantic arsehole ways. Oh, right, so they're going to put the tree in their ship.
Yep.
And, oh yeah, you know what I said earlier about the machine working on the redwood tree? Instantly?
Okay.
I'm not an idiot, am I?
Just a hot glue gun. They're actually really cute when they're actually flirting again.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a thing you can... I wouldn't be able to get over it.
There's getting over and getting past, you know?
Interchangeable with me.
Okay. But, like, for me, getting over something means you draw a line under that chapter in your life. Getting past it means you can move on with the same people involved.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be able to move on with the same person.
True.
Oh, look, the symbolism of nature beating the man-made horrors of the universe. Thanks for agreeing with me, Rick.
Sorry, I was trying to burp quietly. Like, internally.
Yeah, we don't have that in the UK.
No. Like, I'm only aware of it because of things like this and, like, seeing American things.
I know.
And knowing...
I know Arbor Day is a thing, but I didn't know what the fuck it was. Because, again, cartoons...
Yep.
First mission, you fucked up the ship. Not a good look.
Yeah. Although he did manage to hobble home on one out of 3 engines.
I mean, he destroyed a destroyer.
Hmm.
He can't hear you, so it don't matter.
Unless he's a pro in impromptu sign language.
He's doing repairs, fuck off.
Yep. And he doesn't care. Like, the guy out in space doesn't care what's being said.
Yeah. I think it's very clear that's not going to happen because he still has feelings, even though they're cheating.
Mm-hmm. Look at her trying to suppress happiness.
Hmm. I don't like the emotional, sappy love music in the background. You see, the weird thing is if they were working together before, they probably wouldn't have had their relationship issues.
Yeah. I mean... And also, if he hadn't caught her at that moment, they would likely have just been posted together anyway.
Yeah, okay, but that doesn't forgive the cheating part.
No.
The catching needed to happen because that shit's fucked.
Oh, okay, so it turns out he's pulled a lot of strings.
Yeah, you see, that's the actual thing of doing him a solid and trying to say sorry, not what she claimed earlier on in the episode.
Hmm. Yeah, so her way of making reparations was to, you know...
Yeah, I still don't think it's good enough, but, you know...
No, it's not good enough. It's not even good on its own either. Like, it's a good way to... Okay, it's trying to play the next episode.
Hey,
okay.
I got the credits this time!
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah, you were saying?
It's a good way to wash your own hands of it and, like, clean your own conscience in a weird way, However, it doesn't make up for the actual wronging.
I don't know what it is, man, because it's such an easy thing to avoid. I've got very little sympathy for people who cheat on their partners.
True, fair enough.
Because you can have a conversation, even if it's as simple as, there's no spark anymore. That sucks, but you can get over that shit.
Yeah. On the plus side, there's only 20 seconds of expanded credits.
This is before Disney was... before Disney, so therefore they only had X amount of things to translate it to.
Yeah.
Not like Disney that translates to Japanese and Guatemalan. I don't think that's a real language, but you get the point I'm making.
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, that was the first episode of the Orville. What did you think?
It refreshed my interest in the series. I think I am going to watch the rest of it at some point, now that I'm aware that it is both active and, remembering how much I generally enjoyed it. But yeah, how about you?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. It's an interesting thing. It's been on my to-watch list for a while, and we just happened to do episode 1 for the podcast. One of the funny things I did find is it being called Orville, I always had in my brain defaults to the little green duck puppet thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, or have I gotten that wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. He wishes he could fly right up to the sky, but he can't.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he was Northern, wasn't he?
But I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, jeez.
And he had a nappy on. It was the worst part about Orville was the nappy.
There's a lot of weird things. There was Orville, and then that was that other fucker with the emu.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we should probably move on to our usual wind down. So to that end, Rick, favourite moment?
I think my favourite moment was seeing the ship for the first time, because it was like a...
Oh, I'm fucking shocked.
But specifically the zoom out from the bridge around the entire ship, it gave you a nice sense of scale for what they're dealing with, where the setting is going to be for any episode that's not on a planet,
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite moment?
My favourite moment was the very throwaway gag of Seth MacFarlane's character, I think his name's Mercer, walking through the slime that we know is Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
And immediately apologising, and the slime being like, it's cool, I don't feel shit.
Yeah. Just reforms a mouth just to say, yeah, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing more weird alien stuff, I'll put it like that. But yes,
totally,
we can't only gush about the good, we also have to touch upon the bad. So to that end, Rick, do you have a weakest link for me?
My weakest link is that Seth MacFarlane couldn't stop being the Seth MacFarlane character in the worst possible times.
Oh, goodness, yeah, you've really hit the nail on the head with that phrasing.
Yeah, for most of the episode, he was a likeable guy.
Yes.
And then there were just certain moments when, when you want to just put a word back in somebody's mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, man. I think the reason why I pointed out early on that I think he struck gold with Family Guy at 23 is because he's always sort of had a modicum of success. I think there's a reason that, we can very clearly see the reason why he does not stray away too far from the formula.
Yeah, so like you say, he does have his own personal formula. He's very good at having a cast of characters, even if they are all flat characters and never have any development.
Yeah.
But I think in this one, he's at least given us the option to see some form of development with characters in future.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, obviously, with a family sitcom, you can't change things up too much. All you can do is, as time goes by, reveal that another character is actually a piece of shit, and then make that the gag for the rest of the episode. But yeah, that's enough about that from me. What was your MVP? What was your weakest link?
I can't really disagree with you because it was very glaring.
Yes.
I could wax lyrical or attempt to, but what's the point? You hit the nail on the head, as I said. Seth MacFarlane being Seth MacFarlane is probably the weakest link. It wasn't even that egregious, but you do notice it, and it takes you out of the moment, as it were. Oh, my door's cracked open because someone slammed the door very loud. So
Yep. Someone slammed the door elsewhere very loud, and then it causes your door to open by a wind pressure. Yeah.
Anyway, with that out of the way, we should probably end on a high note. Rick, MVP.
My MVP, it's gonna have to be Bortus. Because he held the ship together, he really held down the fort while another set of enemies were attacking. Even though other crew members were doing things, he was basically the one commanding it while in absence of the commander. So yeah, I'm going to give it to, I think he actually might be Commander Bortus.
I mean, he's just Worf.
Yeah.
He acts like Worf, he talks like Worf, he has such similar mannerisms.
And you've got to love the comically serious guy. You need one for a comedy like this. But yeah, how about you? you? Who was your MVP?
It's a tough one. Everyone was exciting. I think I'm going to give it to the visual effects team this time because
Sure.
I said it every time we saw one, but the aliens look very interesting and cool. Even the ones that have clearly been enhanced thanks to CG.
Yeah. Like the one that sticks in my mind is one that had no lines. He was the bulbous, light bulb-headed alien in the lab who was checking out the security officer lady.
Yeah, that one stands out. But even the ones that have been achieved via practical effects and just makeup look fucking top. And it's one of the few things I'm looking forward to is seeing aliens.
Yeah, like, people have seen boring aliens often enough. It's kind of nice to see cool aliens, even if they're aliens that are based on something that already exists as a trope. Like, the Duros, for instance, Cad Bane's race. They're basically just greys that are blue, but they've been given, the ability to wear human clothes and do cool things.
Yeah, like big cowboys.
Yeah.
That was our third episode of May the 4th. Yeah, that's not going to get confusing. Next week, we intend to do another space thing, but we won't spoil a surprise. Now, we'll do what we always do, and we'll wind down. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't remember we have the comment section down below. If you have thoughts, opinions, suggestions, we're open to all of them. But if you're not watching via YouTube, but instead listening via one of our many, many audio platforms, you can send us an email. Where would they send said email to, Rick?
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. So it's going to be a goodbye from me.
And it's going to be a goodbye from me.